I kept staring at the words, my soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Like my eyes just kept going over the
Mm,
text. And something Todd said a little while ago about the difficulty in comprehending a fully human, fully God, like he is, who is Jesus? So to be fully human and to go through what humans go through, when he says here, and I hopefully, if I am wrong on this by bringing this up, somebody will inform you, or some Bible study will help glean this for you. But this is what hit me was when we lost one of our children. Uh, we went through a period of time that ended up making my wife and I grow closer to God. And we also talked with people that their experience with losing a child was that they went further away from God and they went further away from each other. So it caused a divorce between them and a divorce from God. And when he says, my soul is crushed with grief, it made me immediately run to the 7 stages of grief, because if he is fully human, it's possible that while he was spending those hours there in the garden, that he was going through the 7 stages of grief in order, right? Like, or not in order even, right? He's just going through all these stages of grief: shock and denial, pain, guilt, anger, bargaining, depression. And then there's kind of an upward turn. And then there's reconstruction, working through acceptance and hope,
mm.
right? And although I have no real basis to go and grab the 7 stages of grief and apply them to scripture, that's what it made me think of was, if you're fully human and you're going through this process and the end result is thy will be done, and your
Mhm.
first thought is, I'm crushed with grief to the point of death,
Mm.
that may have been what, like, just all of that stuff that we go through as a human, dealing with grief, that he was just going through it, sitting there and just hoping that a couple of guys that are with him will just stay up and accompany him while he does this.
The grief thing, particularly, and it's obviously a human thing, but even just last year in the pandemic and the hundreds of thousands of people that have died, and the trauma that people have faced economically and in other ways, and just the kind of anxiety pandemic that preceded the pandemic, but has been accelerated by it, and just the struggle that we're all facing and dealing with those things, and perhaps to some degree where Christ models for us the process of going through that and getting to the other side. For whatever reason, we're all stuck in different stages of that, perhaps holding on to something that we don't want to let go. That's kind of what sticks out to me.